Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have a Christmas card project for you. I'm operating from a suite that's now available in the catalog called Most Wonderful Time. And it is a product medley. So it is a complete set of products that includes a stamp set, die set, designer series paper, embellishments, stickers. I'll show you. Let's just get started. Okay, so this is the card project I have here. It's very simple. This is 2 Christmas trees on some pretty designer series paper. Here on this pretty little label, it says Deck the Halls. It's got a star up here in the corner, and on the inside it's got a little bit more of that same designer series paper, and hope you have a wonderful Christmas. So what do we need to make this? First of all, the medley is called Most Wonderful Time, and the stamp set is a photopolymer. It's this stamp set, and this is a product medley. And here is the stamp set. It's got these cute little presents here, and it's a double stamping operation here. You can stamp the present and then put on the bow for each one of those. It says, hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Oh, Christmas tree, comfort and joy. Deck the halls. It's got 2 beautiful Christmas trees, some stars, a single star, and some candy canes to go on your project. In addition to that, it has this die set, and this die set, I have one die that's not there. Oh, there it is. And so this is the die set that comes with it. It's got the 2 Christmas trees. It's got a little angel, a star, this banner, and then it's got a die here that is connected together but cuts out all 3 of these Christmas presents at the same time. So very, very fun and interesting kind of thing. So let me move the card a bit out of the way. So that's the stamp set. This is the die set. Then it also comes with a full package of designer series paper, and it is beautiful designer series paper. So there is this pretty tree, and on the back side of the tree is a red bunch of candy canes. So that is, and they're all gold foiled. I don't know if you can see that. I'll move it around a little bit in the light so you might be able to see it. It's gold foiled paper. Then there are these candy canes, which are also gold foiled, and it's got some red stripes behind it. So let me get those out there, and on the back side of that are red and white stripes. Then there's 8 pieces of each designer series paper, so it comes cut 6 by 6. There is the package print that has all of those cute little presents on it, and the back side of that is little green bows. Very pretty. Now this is the designer series paper that I'm using, and it's got these like holly sprigs on it, and on the back side of that one are Christmas trees. So very pretty. Then this is deer, and they're antlered deer, and the antlers are all foiled in gold. And then the back side of that one is red stars. And then the last one in this is this pretty striped paper that's got the green, the red, and the gold on it. And on the back side are small green stars. Isn't that just lovely paper? It really is attractive. And so that is the paper that comes with this kit. And then in addition to that, there are these gold star embellishments. And then there's all kinds of stickers. And let me pull out my stickers here so you can see it. You get a page that has Christmas tree stickers on it, and some deer and some stars. Then you get 2 more pages of the deer, some with antlers, some without. So that's in there. Then you get banners and tags and candy canes. Then you get a couple, let's see, there's a couple pages of that. Then there are a couple pages of this holly sprig and more stars. And these are, again, all stickers, so they will go together on your page. Now, when I made my card, let's see if there's, oh yes, there's more. There is also these card front pages, very thick paper, one-sided, and there is this small star pattern. There is the large star pattern, and then there is a gold foiled, and these are all gold foiled, stripe pattern. So this is what's in the product Medley, and I just fell in love with it. We were given a set when I was in Greece, and I've just started messing around with it, and I got to tell you, I'm just having a blast with it. I love the soft colors in this. I mean, this paper is absolutely just gorgeous, and this is actually red, and real red, and old olive, white, gold, and black. There's a little bit of black in some of these candy canes. And so those are the colors. Now, it's the kind of color that looks like it's been stamped off once or sort of watercolor washed. And so what I decided to do, let me move some of this out of the way here. And I'm going to keep coming back to this Medley because I think you could buy this Medley and you could probably make all your Christmas cards out of it. There is enough stuff in here that you could easily do that. So I'm going to move these things out of the way. And this card that I made here, I used the Christmas tree stickers. And what I did was I put my dimensionals on the back, and then I treated the back with one of my embossing buddies here so that I took the sticker sticky off of that and then turned it into raised laser cut pieces. So this one, what I thought I would do is I'm going to make this same card. Let me find my pieces here. Here they are. So I've got my pieces here to make this card. And this time, what I decided to do was to cut out, using the die set, my Christmas trees from a piece of white paper. So that's what I've done here. So we're going to make this exact same card, exactly the same, but we're going to use die cut pieces instead of the sticker pieces because there is a limited amount of Christmas tree stickers in there, but I wanted to show you what else you can do with it. The only thing, this is in the holiday catalog, so it'll be available, I think it's next week, on September the 4th is when you can start ordering from that, and most of you should have your catalogs by now. And the other thing I'm using out of the new catalog is the gold ink. I'm in love with this stuff. So let me show you exactly what we need to make this. I used a white base, Whisper white base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Then I used a piece of Whisper white, again 4 by 5 1/4, to make a layering front piece on here to put all of my embellishments on. Then I took one of these pieces of designer series paper, and these are 6 by 6, so I cut this in half. So this is a piece that is 3 inches by 5 inches, so that it'll fit on this layering piece here. And then I took the bottom piece that I cut off here, and I cut it into 1/4 inch strips. And there's another one around here. There it goes. So I've got, it leaves you with 1 inch at the bottom. So I cut 4 little 1/4 inch strips, and we're going to use that for decoration on the inside. Then you need a piece of scrap white to cut out your trees and your sentiment and I die cut the little banner for the sentiment. And so you need that. And then this is one of those card front pieces, and I used the one with the little stars that we're going to put on here to add to our Christmas card here. And I made that one 3/4 of an inch by 5 inches. So that's what we're going to do. So let's just get started here. I'm going to take my snail and I'm going to put these pieces down on my card. So let me get out my silicone mat, and I'll show you exactly what I did to get these other pieces as well. Okay, there I've got a star on here from my messing around. Let's see if I can get that off of there. All right, so on here what I'm going to do is just put some snail on the back of my piece with the stars on it here, and what I'm going to do is put that in place on the edge of my card here and giving it a little bit of a margin kind of all the way around. And then I'm going to put more snail on the back of my designer series paper here. I just love how muted these colors are. They're just beautiful, just gorgeous, and very unique. And I'm going to set this down so that it has a similar margin on this left side, and it's even with the top edge of the star paper here at the top and the bottom. There we go. All right, and my gosh, the designer series paper does most of the work for you here. Now, let me show you what I did to get my images. So what I did is I mounted my 2 stamps here, my little Christmas tree and my larger Christmas tree. And this is not watercolor paper, but I used my water brush to get the effect that I wanted. So here is my old olive ink, and I am putting this Christmas tree right up here in the corner. I should have used my mat because it's a photopolymer, but maybe I can get away with it. I did. I'm not going to take the chance for the second one though. So here is my Pierce mat, and I'm going to put this little Christmas tree right next to it, right here. There we go, got a good image. All right, that is all the stamping that I'm going to do for that part. Now I took my water brush, and my water brush is nearly dry, and that's perfect, and I just moved the color around a little bit on this larger tree. And what it does is it spreads a little bit of this old olive ink around on this tree, and it gives it kind of a soft old olive finish that kind of matches the color in the paper. So that's what I did there. This one really doesn't require any fooling around with. You can certainly, it has little hash marks on it. And so if you use your water brush on that, you can kind of smooth those out. And then I used my dies to cut out those papers. Now, in order to do that with this one, we'd have to let it dry, so I've already done mine. The other thing I cut out using the dies was this piece of Whisper White paper, also from that same piece, after I did my stamping. And my stamping on this was done, let me bring this back in here. I have this Deck the Halls stamp set, which is a beautiful font on it, and I put that in my gold ink. I just love this stuff, and put that down here with enough room to put my die around it. And look at that, absolutely shiny gold. Isn't that pretty? And so then you put your die around that, and cut that out on your die cutting machine. And this is the result. I have mine already cut out. It's right here. Whoops, where did it go? There it is. Right here. And it says Deck the Halls. And then I'm going to do a little bit more stamping on the inside of the card, but let's put what we've got together now. So we've put this piece on here. I'm going to raise the trees, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this down flat on my card base here. You can see I've got some green ink on my fingers someplace, sure enough. Okay, so I'm going to put this in place on my card. There we go. Then I'm taking my nice dry piece of Whisper White with my 2 Christmas trees, and I'm using my blender pen. And I'm putting, because if you'll notice on some of this paper, this one, the trees all have this gold foiling on it, and I thought I wanted to mimic that. So on this one, what I did was I used my blender pen on the stickers, and on this one I'm going to use it right here on my stamped trees to put some gold highlights in here. And really should let this dry, but I don't have the patience for it. And we're just going to add those gold flecks to the tree so that it matches the paper. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on these trees and pop them up on my card here. So I think that this gold paint, now we've got 3 metal paint inks this time. We got this gold, we got a silver, and we got a copper. So we can have a lot of fun with that over the holidays. All right, there we go. So let me clean this brush off now. The gold goes a long way, it doesn't take much. Okay, so I can set that aside now. And I've got my gold on my trees here. So now I need some dimensionals. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of, I'm going to bring my Pierce mat back in here because that ink isn't quite dry yet. It takes a little while for that gold ink to dry. So it might be that you have to use your heat tool, especially if you use some on the inside of your card, in order not to get it kind of all over. Let's see, I'm going to put one more in the middle here, and it looks like I need some small dimensionals. So I will put a small dimensional right up here at the top. There we go. Maybe one in the middle. All right, now this card is really very fast, particularly once you have your elements die cut or your stickers treated. Then it's just a matter of placing this on the card, and I'm going to place this one about 1/4 the way up, and then this little one I'm going to put next to it. In this case, this one I staggered the larger one above and the smaller one below, and on this one I'm going to do it in the reverse. I'm going to stick this little tree right up there. Okay, so there is my card front just about done. Now I can go ahead and add my dimensionals. I'm going to put 3 across on my sentiment here. And put my sentiment in place along the bottom, kind of at the center of my, got a little piece of something on there. Okay, so there we go. And then what I did was I used the sticker page here, and I took one of these stickers that is a star, And there I've got my sticker, and I'll bring back my gold ink, and all I did was put this little star in the ink and got a little volunteer piece here, and wet it down in the ink here until it's covered in the gold ink, and there it is. And I put my star right up here in this corner on the white, and then I took a couple of these little stars and put them on the tops of my trees here. So one on that tree and one on this little tree right here. There we go. I know you could put more, but I'm sort of preserving those stars. And then on the inside of the card, I have a little bit more stamping. I have my little message here, and for that I'm going to switch back to the old olive ink. And I'm going to put that kind of at an angle here, and it says, "Hope you have a wonderful Christmas." And then I have these little strips, 1/4 inch strips, and I'm going to start one right at the top of the card, right here, with a little margin down the side. Then I'm taking another strip and adding it with a break all the way to the bottom of the card, and then I'm snipping that piece off. And this way we don't have to waste any of this beautiful paper. I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to start it at the bottom, and it'll go past center. And then I'm going to take this last one here and add it to the top, so we get these strips that bring the outside of the card to the inside. And then really all the waste I have for that piece of paper is 2 little pieces like this off of each side. And if I was thinking about it, I could probably figure out what else I might be able to do with that. But there is my Christmas card. And just as simple as that. And there's, like I said, there's 8 sheets of this paper in here. So if you liked this card, you could easily make 16 of these cards without any difficulty at all. But that is the project for the day, and I'll come back to this Medley suite a couple of times during the season here, putting together these Christmas cards, because there's so many pretty possibilities here. And so thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And or you could join my team. We do have a couple of days left for joining with the offer that's up now, which is $165 worth of product for $99. And if you missed this one, there will be some sort of a join offer again right after the first of the year. Let's see. So my prize for the month is a bundle of your choice out of the holiday catalog. And all you have to do to get my drawing is to make an order on my website, and that is www.lbedinger.stampinup.net, or you can get to it through my blog, www.ingenuity.com. So again, that's it for me. I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.